What do you get when millions of people, hundreds of cities, and a bunch of fired up boomers say, "Not today, fascism"? You get a movement. You get us. You get hands off. Let's talk about the rallies, the power, the community, and how Dallas brought the heat. This is Sassy Politics, and baby, the fight has just begun. I'm Christy Chanelle, and this is Sassy Politics. This wasn't just a march. It was a movement. Over 1,300 events, all 50 states. More than 500,000 people were expected, but the turnout easily in the millions. I'm hearing 5 million. Rough estimate, but that's what I'm hearing. New York City and DC each saw 100,000 each. Raleigh, North Carolina expected 2,000 and got 45,000. And the real plot twist? The boomers. Yes, the generation we side-eye for Facebook comments was out there, showing up, shouting loud, and saying, "Not on our watch." In Dallas, the boomer crowd was not playing. They came with signs, sneakers, and decades of rage to unleash. And I was so here for it. Let's talk about my city, Dallas, Texas. We rallied at Dealey Plaza, and the energy was electric. Hundreds gathered, not just bodies, but hearts and souls and purpose. Dallas showed up. I saw strangers becoming family, water being passed out, tears being shared, and folks holding signs like armor. It wasn't just a protest, it was a presence. So let's talk about my Dallas rally. It was my first one. I was nervous. I was nervous. I've never been part of a march, ever. I've wanted to, but I always had it in my head that it would be violent and I would need bail money. And probably those things are very, very true these days. But I didn't need either one, knock on wood. I was reading the emails and it was showing you how to de-escalate violence or hecklers, haters, whatever you want to call them. And, bring water. We have signs if you don't have a sign and all those things that I was like, okay, yeah, let's do this. So we took a DART train over there. I met my friend Lisa, and she had a couple of friends coming as well because I didn't really have anybody here that would go to a protest with me. So we met at the train station, and as we're standing there waiting for the train, a lady walks up, and all I saw was Fox on the outside of her shirt, and I'm like, oh shit, Fox News lover. And she's like, "Are you here for the rally?" And we're both side-eyeing her, and she's like, and we're like, "Yeah, what does your shirt say?" And it was basically "fuck Donald Trump," foxtrot, blah, 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 whatever it is. I don't even know. So we just started talking about it. And I started to feel the energy before we even got on the train. And then more people arrived and they had their signs and they were excited. And then we got on the train and I met more people on the train as we were making stops on the way to downtown Dallas. There was other people getting on the train and they were excited and the energy was starting to become palpable. You could just feel it. It was electric. And then we get there and we walk downtown and we're kind of early. It starts at 3. So we get there probably like 2:30 and you can see crowds are starting to gather. The streets are still open at this point. Decide I'm going to go live. I go live on TikTok and it was really cool. I got some gifts on there, which I'd never gotten, some really big ones. I didn't even notice. And I feel bad about that, because I was too busy in the whole thing. I didn't even notice. But I noticed later because I watched back the video that I recorded and I saw some really sweet gifts. So, I don't want to make you jealous, but I made almost $3. I'm just playing. No, I'm not. I really did. I made $3. Was not the reason. I just wanted to show people that Dallas is really blue. I know everybody thinks Texas is fully red, but it's not. Dallas is definitely blue. And then we began to march. It was just, it's a hard thing to explain if you don't experience it yourself. But people were kind. I want to do it again. I just feel like it's like a big, a party for everybody that feels that, maybe it's a way to just expel all of the nerves and all of the the problems, the sadness, the worry, the anxiety that we're all feeling, we get a chance to just be in a big open environment and just scream at the top of our lungs, you know, and cheer and just get it out. Everybody needs that outlet. And that's what it was for me. It was amazing. And I'm very, very excited to do it again. So one of the things that I keep seeing is, now what? Oh, you made a big difference. Oh, you made a big change. What you don't see is the people that you meet that you would not have known about had you not gone to this rally. It's really simple. You don't expect to make the world change because you went to a rally. I think a lot of MAGA are missing the point of a rally, because when they rallied, they broke in to the Capitol and were violent and destructive. We have no desire to do that. That's not what it's about for us. We want the opposite of what the Trump administration is giving us. Does that make sense? We're not just angry, we're organized. This was a non-violent protest, and it showed. Elders, teens, members of the LGBTQ plus community, veterans, moms with strollers, dogs, all out there saying the same thing. Hands off. What blew me away was the love. People checking on each other, sharing shade under signs, lifting each other up, literally and spiritually. This wasn't chaos. This was community care in action. But let's not sugarcoat it. This wasn't just a kumbaya session. Women's rights are fully under attack. Since Roe v. Wade was overturned, 20-plus states have full or near total abortion bans. Some offer no exceptions for rape or incest. IVF, birth control, and even travel for care are on the chopping block. They're not pro-life. They're anti-woman, anti-choice, and anti-freedom. Over 500 anti-trans bills have been introduced in the U.S. They're banning gender-affirming care, policing bathrooms, erasing identities from schools and libraries. And it's not protecting children. It's erasure. It's inhumane. Every single protester was a speaker. Every voice, every chant, every clap back, power. And this wasn't just US based. Protests popped off in London, Berlin, Paris, Toronto, Nairobi, and Mexico City. Because injustice anywhere is a threat everywhere. This was a beautiful uprising, but it's not the end. The love is real, the fire is lit, and the fight, it's just begun. I'm Christy Chanelle, and this is Sassy Politics. Love you, miss you, bye.